How's it going, Laser Bruisers? I'm Bobby Sixkilla and welcome back to Meteor World Actor, Badge and Dagger. We got ourselves the Curator back and we dealt with one of the Shining Union guys, semi-mythical. Not that we really dealt with them ourselves, I suppose. We caught him, but somebody else dealt with him. Dealt with him. So, I'm not sure if we actually have a lead anymore. I mean, maybe Curator has more information now. Let's carry on. Late at night in the 13th, I'm smoking a cigarette. I'm getting too used to crashing here. Nobody's around at this hour to scold me about smoking rules. But I can't sleep. I can barely even taste the tobacco I'm puffing. My taste buds are as good as ever. But I can't get the fight with semi-mythical out of my head. My mind gets pulled back to it again and again. When I close my eyes, I can still see it. Semi-mythical shot by someone, dying. And what he said at the end? You can cause a great deal of trouble for us, but also for our enemies. Your enemies? Much as Musashi once betrayed the Union, as we speak, there is once again a risk that someone will... Sounds like this isn't over. Semi-mythical worked for the 7th Republic directly, and even he was a double agent for its enemies. And now he's dead. So the case should be closed. We even got Curator back alive. What a miracle. Damn. The smoke rises and fades. I guess it was never going to end that easy. How am I going to narrow down the suspects? Semi-mythical really was a big fish. One of the biggest. That doesn't mean whoever took him out was, though. Whoever did it could be lying low at ground level of one organization or another. I could hunt through MPA personal histories, but those could be faked. Am I supposed to question everyone at a time? Maybe I'll hand out a survey. Are you involved with the cult? Check a box. Yes or no, please be honest. It would make things quick. Wow, that's dumb. I could kick my dumb imagination and its dumb imaginary nuts. Anyway, I got work to do. I could be looking for somebody surprisingly close to me. Almost certainly. With my cigarette still in my mouth, I shut my eyes. I run through the faces that come to mind. The first one that shows up is... Claris. She's a clumsy, useless sack of an elf, but she's still my partner. The possibility that she's with the cult is... zero. Absolute zero. The chance that she's a genius actress who's been faking incompetence is also a stone-cold goose egg. I rule her out as a suspect. Who else could I rule out? Probably Mal. Even more than Claris, arguably. I'm not sure she counts as an MPA person to begin with. I only thought of it because she works in the building. Kamachi? With the cult? Still practically zero. But her dad? He's a different story. There are always rumours swirling around him. Two old hands at the 13th Division, Vaz and Tamako. I don't know what they went through as rookies. I only met them after they caused trouble and got themselves thrown in with the Sideliners. I doubt it, but if you were to ask me is there a zero chance? I couldn't be sure. I'd say with Tamako there's a zero chance, but Vaz, I don't know, man. Vaz is an idiot, so he's probably clean, but Tamako's personal life is a mystery to me. Sharp as a tack too, I wouldn't question her brains. And she's been using the 13th to keep herself out of sight. I don't want to think about it, but I can't rule her out. But she's been so helpful to us. No way. Well, so Chief Yamada would have us believe. Kinda hard to picture my boss as a traitor. I've seen that twist enough times. Plus he's a cowardly, spineless sort of a man. I can't imagine it. Musashi's face flashes through my mind. The chief might be a helpless lard slab now, but I hear he put in more effort back in the day. He goes to the same box as Tamako, an incredibly unlikely maybe. Sosuke? The man has mysteries for days, but I've known him ever since we joined the force. Wait, that isn't any guarantee. He also shot that guy. Well, maybe. He helped us catch him though. What if he was a plant from the moment he signed up? Then there's his obsession with Schwald though. Would he go that far just to make us think he's one of the good ones? Or maybe he's with the cult, but with some other faction. He's strong enough for the part at least. Nagare? One of the 13th's newbies? Come to think of it, the weirdness all started around when she transferred in. Maybe the reason she hates attention is because she's trying to go undetected. Her people problems could be part of that performance. She's helped me out too though. Was it all a front? Alex, the 13th's newest newbie, a sudden unexpected transfer, and he connected us to Semi-mythical, the traitor to the police. He's so suspicious it stinks, but if he was Semi-mythical's man, would he have pointed me his boss's way? I'll end up getting the guy killed after all. If he's in the clear too, then that's the whole 13th. They suck, but they ain't with the cult. He could have just finished almost getting killed for it, and I spent a while working closely with Fuyumi, and I've never seen her act out of character. That leaves... The last face that springs to mind is Diamonji's, the wicked witch who stole my powers. But she gave our powers back so we could fight him. But if she were with the cult, I don't know. Why wouldn't she just kill me on the spot? She left me alive with my powers suppressed, and I can't picture the cult doing that. Thinking isn't getting me anywhere. I went through everybody I really know, and nobody screams traitor to me. Maybe it's somebody low profile I haven't even met. Or somebody in the probably clean category. I'm getting tired. Damn! A hot clump of ash falls on my hand and wakes me back up. Oops, forgot about the cigarette. There goes my hard-won sleepiness. Nothing for it, I pull myself up and stretch. As I do, I see the mirror on Tamako's desk. It's not like she fusses over her makeup, so what's she even got that thing for? I peer into it at my own face. If one of my probably safe pals is with the cult, what am I gonna do? Silly question. Mercy isn't for me, and my commitment is real. Even if it would be taxing. Morning rolls around and my compatriots file in. Still strange to see you be the first one here. If it weirds you out so much, let me borrow your place. May you live many long and happy days in here. Not an ounce of compassion in her gremlin eyes. The first thing that happened when Ikuta came back to work was that the 13th was fully reinstated. Guess the one behind that was Samikaku all along. But why? As for that, I'm still short on answers. Hey Tamako, give me your thoughts on the Samikaku thing the other day. It was a terrible surprise. His accomplishments were basically legendary. I can't believe he was involved in kidnapping Superintendent Ikuta. The government took almost as much damage as the police. The criminals are out there rubbing their hands. It didn't shake out so great for the criminals though. Samikaku was one too, you know. He only worked with us as a cover. I do understand the theory. He really did bring in some dangerous perps though, to infiltrate us more effectively. Samikaku was never with the cult, but Tamako and most of the rank and file didn't know that. They think the entire incident was cooked up by ex-cult maniacs. I'm still not quite sure how far off the mark they are. What makes it all more complicated is that officially the cult no longer exists. You did a good job of protecting our officials too. No point burdening Tamako with things she doesn't need to know. So I'm matching my story to the company line. Since when do bad guys deserve credit for taking down other bad guys? Excellent point. Since when do you? I'm not a bad guy, Tamako. Just not a real detective-y guy, that's all. Clever at making excuses, I'll grant you. Good morning. Next through the door after Tamako was Claris. Huh, what are you doing here so early? I'm more surprised to see you here, Ruka. He sleeps here. Just had a chat with Tamako. You're too late. Glad you're here though, makes things quick. Come with me for a minute. What? No way. You're way too used to saying that. I haven't even clocked in yet. Arriving early doesn't mean I have to start working right away. It doesn't even mean I get to clock out early. Don't you wish we got flex time? I totally do. What are these two even talking about? We detectives basically just work when we want anyway. You're the one who thinks that, Ruka. It's gotten easier than it was when I first joined at least. Working shifts is so exhausting. I know, right? It ruins my skin too. Exactly, it does. Your skin? Since when are you two supposed to be such beauty queens? There's a lot of effort happening behind the scenes. You don't know anything. Yeah, but if I know just one thing, it's this. These two aren't exactly catwalk material. After work does start, Claris and I step out. Where are we going? To strategize. For, what? So love and peace then. While we walk, I tell her about Samikaku. She's not exactly reliable, but at this moment what matters to me is that I'm sure she's not my enemy. More than people I can use, I need ones I can trust. Is there something on my face? I'm just kind of bummed that you're the best I've got. I don't get it, but you making fun of me? Maybe. Walk with me. Dictator. I knew it. Just water. We'll order later. As we enter the shop, I shout over to Ryoko, who's busy cleaning the counter. Okay. We set up camp at a table, deep in the back where nobody will overhear us. Since when do you put off food for anything, Ruka? I got words to get out before I start packing grub in. Wouldn't want to have an audience for it. Uh-huh. What do you make of the business of Samikaku? I was really surprised. I didn't know there were criminals working for the government. Crazy, huh? But if you think about it, it makes sense. It's not as if spying was invented yesterday. Cops like us infiltrate criminal organizations all the time. I guess they do, but still. Still caught me off guard. Yeah, well, that's not surprising. He said something strange when we were talking. Something strange? He said... Ryoko comes over before I can elaborate. I clam up. It's nothing for her ears. Since when do you make such serious faces? Don't be so nosy. What were you talking about? Work. I can't let you hear it, sorry. Okay, I'll get out of your way then, Mr. Big Shot. He puts the water down and leaves. It's a secret from Ryoko. You never know where information's gonna leak from. Ryoko hears her fair share of rumours already. I can't be positive she wouldn't let mine slip to people who I won't want to hear them. I'm pretty sure Ryoko's cool, but I can see her being extra careful. Yeah, that's right. Samikaku said there were still traitors in the MPA. What? So this isn't over? Nope. Just a feeling I've got, but I think it's somebody we know. Someone we know? An acquaintance, maybe even someone we talk to a lot. Vaz, Tamako, Kamachi, Ikuta, somebody like that. Wait a moment, Ruka. I don't think any of them would. I don't like it either. But something isn't adding up. Everybody knows too damn much about my friends. Because Samikaku was a government man. He never cared about the 13th Division, so he must have had eyes and ears close to our level. But I just can't believe it. Well, the names I listed weren't really suspects. What about the guys who stand watch outside though? Or the officers at reception, always shuffling papers? Could be one of them, any of them. I see. How are you going to narrow it down? That's what we're here to talk about. Oh, I get it. Clarice nods in belated understanding. Any ideas? Nope, this is happening too fast. And I don't want to believe it. Someone we know, a criminal. It's not like I don't get how you feel. We're going to look into it. If we come up empty, then great. You know they're all going to hate us. If that's all it costs, it's worth it to know. Easy for you to say, you got nothing to lose. No one really trusts you anyway. Yep. I mean, shut it. Worst case, I'm going to have to go around ruling them out one by one. Huh? How many people do you think work in that building? Like 200? Oh, that's a wild guess. It's way more than that. Clarice pulls out her cell phone. 425 people on the books. 200 give or take. Give or take double the number? It's like all I've taught you is how to nitpick. And here I figured you're the only one who's definitely on my side. Wow, I'm so honoured. We can probably count the rookies out, right? Oh, good point. If we leave out the nearest recruits, there are still 401 people left. Leaving me and you out, that's still 399. Doesn't sound a whole lot smaller. What do we do? You got nothing for ideas? I can come up with zilch. And we're doing it the hard way. What? 399 people. We're going to investigate them all. What? Clarice launches back as if struck, yelps like it too. Best idea we got, right? Unless you got something smarter. No, I'm still out of ideas, but... Oh, Clarice yelps again. This one means I've got something. If we need information, I know who we can ask. Like who? Let's ask Mr. Strikos. He could check out 399 people in a jiffy. That's a good point. Strikos, huh? I know you don't like him very much, but we can't do this ourselves. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not begging for his help. Come on, you hate him that bad? I'm not against it because I hate him or something. I'm just not sure if we can trust him. Because he's an ex-cop? But he's not anymore, now. He's not in the MPA anymore, so shouldn't he count as safe? You're skipping a couple of steps. I know how he is with us, but I hesitate to put it in words. There's something off about our friend in red. I have to admit, if you asked me if his business was on the straight and narrow, I wouldn't be exactly sure. But he's helped us out again and again. That's what the government said about Samikaku. Ugh. A nice smile doesn't mean he's on your side. If he comes off kind of like a criminal, he's probably not what you call a model citizen. Isn't he your friend? You don't trust him anyway? Didn't you just say we hated him? Ikuta, Sasuke and Strikos? All my old squad from back then are suspicious. But if you ask me which one's the shadiest, there's no question, it's Strikos. Ikuta's the one I like the least, but he's the furthest of all of us from being a traitor. Is your friendship worth anything? Maybe not that much. I still think it's impossible though. Checking up on 399 people with only the two of us? Why don't we get Kodomo, or whatever his name is? We need manpower that we haven't got. I guess our only option comes with technical difficulties. Oh, I know. Can't we just get more people? Huh? Superintendent Ikuta definitely isn't our enemy. I don't think he is. Then let's get Superintendent Ikuta on our side. You haven't talked to him about this yet, have you? Nah, he was pretty worn out for a while there. But we're gonna need more friends for sure. And Ikuta has the info we don't know yet. Can we try talking with him? We'll have to think about where. Is he no good? Too many people coming in and out. Not so good for clandestine meetings. Someplace more discreet. And easier to manage. Hey, I got an idea. Where are you thinking of? I'm thinking... Hey, why are you all barging in on me? After nightfall, Claris and I pay Komachi a visit. Great news, Komachi, we trust you. You get the 4th seat in our cabal. I've got totally no idea what you're saying. 4th what? Cabal who? Find me a seat. What's Superintendent Ikuta doing here too? Komachi's still catching up. The 3 of us quickly appropriate her apartment. Let's begin by checking for listening devices. Roger that. Why are you like cordoning off my house? Can someone please tell me what's going on? Food first, alright? Let's get something delivered. Expensive sushi or something. Oh, that sounds good, I want that. We can call it expenses, right? You know you can't. Pay for your own dinner. Come on, Superintendent, stick up your ass. You want to start us off on the right foot here, don't you? Superintendent Ikuta won't approve of that, and you know it. Fine. He actually did? What the heck is this supposed to be? Once Komachi settled down, Claris gives her the gist. A traitor? On the police force? Komachi inquires while shoveling down sushi. Any guesses? Yeah, no. Kinda no clue. Wouldn't it be weird if I had a guess? Yeah, when you put it like that. Isn't the super traitor idea kinda hard to believe? I'm still only half convinced too. I guess I trust what Ruka says, but she doesn't sound like it. 5 out of every 4 things you say are lies. So I'm somehow lying even more than than I'm talking? I'm certain that they have an informant on the inside. I think so too. Smart mouth. Shame if someone murdered it. Well, what do you expect? When he says it carries a lot more weight. Oh yeah? What's the big difference between him and me? Your looks? Your rank? Your income? Give me a break, you're bumming me out. Reality is such a bummer sometimes. That you two are the same ages. Wow. Get back to the damn point, will you? What do you want us to say about it? I'm totally stumped over here. And everybody else is the same way, right? How are we going to pin down this traitor? The point is to come up with ideas. Where to even start? In my own investigations, I developed a solid hunch. The infiltrator inside the police knows you personally. I'm fairly confident about it. As Ikuta speaks, it's me he's looking at. You don't think it's some low-level guy none of us knows? The 13th is shut out of regular cross-division contact. An ordinary officer would have trouble gathering information on it. They probably approached you in the guise of an ally. That would be the obvious way to learn about the 13th. Trouble is I can't think of anybody. Can you narrow it down at all? If I could, I wouldn't be here. Same. You think we got to suspect the others at the 13th? I think it would be wise. I don't want to think of any of them. Nobody's saying this is going to be fun, but whoever it turns out to be, you've got to be ready to accept the truth. Well, wonders never cease, you're making sense. Distrusting our fellow officers is an agency taboo. If you're going to break the taboo, you have to be prepared. Like you were, when you went after semi-mythical. I paid a high price for the effort. Our next investigation could be just as costly. Maybe they'll kill you right this time. Or perhaps I'll catch death in a good mood again. At any rate, we have to be methodical. Methodical? We'll need to confirm each officer individually. There's simply no way around it. Okay, cool. How are we going to do that? The National Police Agency has strict entrance requirements. I'm sure I don't need to remind you of them. Of course not. What? Ruka? You don't know about this? You'd be kind of freaked out if he's allowed to be a cop. If anyone had even bothered to tell him. Huh? There's a background check for you and your whole family. You can get rejected for having a bad criminal record. Or for all sorts of psychological reasons. Huh. See, he's never heard of this. Shut it. They weren't doing that back when I signed up. No way, they totally were. Unfortunately, he's right. Huh? Wait, is that true? Well, that means the one that we are looking for is probably someone who signed up before they were doing background checks. Me and Ikuta came out of the youth division. Special onboarding for Musashi's recruits. Looking back, it was shady from the get-go. Me and Ikuta and Sasuke and Strikos. Maybe it was supposed to end with us all in the cult. Ikuta? What? Where did the other cops from youth end up? All of them quit except for you, me, and Sasuke. You sure about that? Did you ever actually check? No. Considering, Ikuta shakes his head. I found the paperwork and accepted it at face value. So we're not all that sure, huh? Not entirely. That division allowed even you to join. Who knows what else it chose to overlook. I'm not your punchline. I'm not sure I follow, but the idea is that something is starting to happen, right? That's the idea. Although it's also just the tip of the iceberg. I assume that your phone is being tapped at all times. There's nowhere within the MPA that you can trust that you will not be overheard. So keep your mouth shut is what you're saying. If we need to speak again, we'll meet back here. Okay, gotcha. Hold up, here? It's probably the easiest place, yeah. It's not easy for me. What about my personal privacy? What's a little thing like privacy when the stakes are this high? It's not little to me. It's a human right, you're supposed to respect it. Calm down, Komachi. This is a pretty bad situation. I think it'd be best to accept it. Okay, so we'll use your room next time, Claris. No, I'm gonna need you to respect my privacy. Me too, like I keep saying. Man, it's getting noisy in here. Spilled some soy sauce on the rug. No big deal, I guess. It's such a big deal, it's already staining. This room's only drawback is the attendant fuss. Maybe Komachi ought to step outside. I'm being serious here. What a fragile spirit. You getting enough calcium? I don't need to get more calcium, what I need is for you to get out of here. She's ready to fight us all, Ikuta included. I'll get moving. Don't mess this up, Ruka. I can't cover your butt this time. Shut it. Don't get in too much distress this time, you damsel. I'm not gonna rescue you again. Perfect, I'd rather die anyway. Too good for my rescues, huh? Ikuta picks himself up and goes out the door. Start me off with a beer. Go home. I don't have a home, I live at the fucking police station. Poor girl's so stressed out, it's sad. That's how people get when you suddenly barge in on them. Just trying to get your head around everything by tomorrow. We're going to be doing some deep digging. Oh, I don't want to be part of this. I know who I'm checking out first. Nagare, Alex. Those two are at the top of the list. I'm not sure if they're sharp enough for the part, but I do know that Alex had ties to Samikaku. This is my turn. See you later. You want to move those strategy meetings to your house from tomorrow? Oh, I so respectfully decline. That's a hard no, and barely a respectful one. Wouldn't want to go to a stupid house if she begged me. I'll go to my own house with blackjack and hookers. Morning. Why, good morning, Hiryu. I'm glad you could join us. Could we have a moment? Sorry, let me just hit the bathroom first. I'll be back in 30. 30? For some reason, my polite request meets a wall of glazed eyes. Please, just 20 minutes. Hell of a long dump, man. I dropped the ask by a dozen deuces. I mean, 10 minutes, but apparently that's still too much. It's nothing but an ordinary excuse to smoke anyway. I prefer to address this quickly. Could you put that off for just a little? Watch out, I think I feel my poop poking out. This is actually about a bonus, but my poop went back up my butt. Heck of a considerate poop. This entire conversation makes me want to barf. Soon you get used to it, you're almost there. This is the last thing I ever want to be used to. So, what's this about a bonus? Well, you need to ask Superintendent Ikuta for the details. He's back on the job already? Yes, and raring to get the organisation back on its feet. You could have stayed down a little longer. I was asked to send you to him as you arrived. Okay, now this is starting to smell funny. Is this really going to end with me getting a bonus? I'm not privy to the details, but I hear it's true. You've been raking in the results recently. You got that right. Would you mind heading over to the meeting room? I expect Superintendent Ikuta is waiting there now. This sounds like a trap. Sure thing, Chief. I'll just hit the can on your way back, of course. Uh-huh. I passed by Sosuke, who's actually here for once, out into the corridor. A bonus? I'm so jealous. You think there's anything for me? Why are you following me? Just so we're clear, you ain't getting a cent of my paycheck. I'm well aware. I didn't expect anything, not a bit. Yes, you did, or she would have tagged along. I leave her in her jealousy out in the hall. Don't worry, there won't be a bonus. Good work handling Samikaku the other day. Not bad, huh? He gave me some trouble. It's the greatest accomplishment of your career, albeit accompanied by your most flagrant breaches of protocol. Don't be such a buzzkill. Plus, I've done tons of stuff like that. It's definitely a good moment, but I've had better. Right for Yumi? No, you have not. Like you'd know. Think about it for 2 damn seconds. Why think about what I already know? She turns her PC screen so I can't see what's on it. So I can see what's on it. What am I looking at? This, Detective Hiryu, is what we call a record. It contains the details of your past activities. I take a quick glance at the thing. Looks like a list of all my biggest cases. Each one is tied to an evaluation and points. You have solved 111 cases. This is by far the lowest number of any detective with more than 10 years on the force. Yeah, but it's a palindrome. Yes, it is. Very impressive. She doesn't mean that. She thinks she's making fun of me. I'm about quality, not quantity. It's not about size, it's about how you use it. I'm just spitballing here, but Fuyumi falls silent. You've accumulated 398 evaluation points. That is indeed a high score and broken out per case. Guess my spitball hit the bullseye. 36 of your 111 cases merited no evaluation at all. These were cases better left to some paltry PI, not an MPA detective. In other words, pathetic. Removing those leaves 75 evaluated cases. Out of these, your average score is 5.3. Among all the detectives in the MPA, this is the highest. I know I'm the best. The second highest score. How commendable. If I were walking, I'd have just tripped. Who the hell stole my limelight? Detective Hashiba. His average score is 5.8. The number of cases he's solved is also remarkably low, but he has contributed more to the force than you have. Because he only goes after Class A perps. Fine, so he knows how to work the numbers. Enough small talk, let's get to the point. You're going to receive a reward for solving that last case. A reward? You don't look happy. Isn't money what's most important to you? Yeah, I'm not denying that. But I've never gotten called out for a bonus before. Is there some kind of catch to this? That should go without saying. But let's discuss the amount first. 20,000. The largest lump sum you've ever had in your life. My unlit cigarette almost falls out of my mouth. Are you serious? 20 grand? That makes every bonus I've gotten until now look like pocket change. Hot diggity damn! Now you're talking, ain't you, Curator? I clap him on the back with all the camaraderie I can muster. Fuyumi glares at me, but I'm used to that. No complaints about the amount, I say. Well, I did almost get killed by Samikaku for it. Wouldn't say no to a little bit more, but impossible. It's 20 grand or 0, your choice. I'll take the 20. Then let's proceed. Sign here. Do so and the money will reach your account immediately. Note that the number we're discussing is all after taxes and deductions. Face value, huh? That's how I like it. I have one more piece of positive news. I'm not sure I can handle it anymore. The explosion that destroyed your apartment. It's been deemed to have occurred in the course of a case and you've received compensation for it. 3 grand, which has sufficed to find a new room. So we're talking 23 grand. If you understood, sign here. He slaps down a paper covered in small print and asterisks. Oh god. Sorry? What am I signing? Terms and conditions for the bonus and the compensation. Conditions, huh? I scan the page. In simple terms, it stops you from sniffing around the MPA internally. That's all. And if there's still a spy somewhere, you're forbidden from investigating. Where the hell is this coming from? What the hell did we meet for yesterday then? The words come to mind, but not out of my mouth. Circumstances can change quickly. Give me a reason. You know what it means when they tell us it's drop the case or leave the force. An information leak. Huh? Regarding the independent internal investigation that you and Superintendent Ikuda have begun to conduct. You're saying the brass found out? I am. And they're taking countermeasures. For now, your best bet is to be good and sign. I get it. Hence the payoff, huh? It's hush money. Take it and shut up is the deal. Rest assured it defines penalties as well. After you sign this document, the next time you defy orders, you are immediately stripped of your badge. And then imprisoned. Prison? For rebellion against the state, yes. Of course, you have the option to refuse. But in that case, you'll likely have to turn your badge in on the spot. So it's voluntarily, in the sense of mandatory. Sounds almost like the brass is scared of me. You're free to make your own decision. Listen to this prick. So diligent it hurts. Even I can't tell if it's real or fake. One question. What about you? You must have had the same choice. I signed, of course. So did Fuyumi. If we hadn't, we would not be here. Guess that's what it comes down to. I grabbed the pen to sign. 23 grand, I'll take it. And you'll stop your off-limits investigations. I know, jeez. Right as I go to scribble out the signature, he could have grabbed my arm. Do you really understand? Step out of line and you're no longer a detective. Worse, you'll be a criminal. You've always got to rub it in. He's worrying about you, you fool. You won't betray the superintendent's trust, will you? Almost certainly. I dropped my hand to get him off me. Sure, this stinks to high heaven. This whole bribe is another big hint something's wrong. There might as well be waving signs that say, we're hiding something. But I can't mess around with losing my badge. Ain't that right, Ikuda? I'm glad to see that it still matters to you. No funny business with the money, though. I sign and turn my back to him. I'm trusting you, Ruka. Whatever. But there was still fright in his eye, a fight in his eyes. I saw it. Just like you might have seen it in mine. Since when do I go around trusting people? Alright, we need to wrap this one up here because we're out of time for today. Is it Daimonji? We need to talk to Daimonji. Who the hell is trying to pay us off? And there's no way Yakuta's gonna give up that easily. He's not crooked. He's the only one here who isn't fucking crooked. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking out for me, and I'll see you in the next one.